They don't go back. You can't go back to somewhere you've never been. It's true. You know? She can go back. She was born there September 7th, 1991. Liwu was born here July 29, 2012. That is her sixth cub. He is now a teenager. He's on the other side. So feel comfortable to go over. She's gone back to the cube now. Inside the cube are biscuits. And Jennifer put a lot of biscuits in that cube. So she'll turn it over, keep turning it over. She'll get every single one of those out of there if she hasn't done it already. She really likes a challenge, and we give her some difficult puzzles to play with. And the one that really gets her is the one with the baffles in it. So you gotta shake it back and forth, and then it falls out the bottom. And it took her probably 5 minutes to understand that baffled cube. She likes the cube as well. They are great climbers. She's going to check out different places that they put food. Are you going to do what I think you're going to do? Okay. She's going to go to sleep. She was not delighted with the selection of bamboo. So, you know, she'll sleep now until dinner. All you have to do is open her gate and she walks in. It's a lot harder to train a younger, like a small cub. Most of the time the small cubs will follow their mom into the den or bedroom. And you have one or two of them that will not do that, so you have to start training that cub. And we use honey water, and that works real well. Now she's still awake. If you watch the back foot, it's tapping. When that stops, she's almost sound asleep. But, you know, she can't fool me. I've been with her 19 years, so that's always a good way to know if she's awake or not. And she can get in some very unusual positions. She can lean all the way over into what I call a hanging position, a hanging out position. It looks very uncomfortable, but she's not uncomfortable. And she'll curl up in a ball. Like this morning when I came in, she was all in a ball. And she looked like a big ball of fluff. That was it. She was so cute. So she's still awake. She's listening. In the 19 years I've been with her, I've probably seen her sleep 10 years right out the front door. And I've seen more of her back than her front. And then, you know, and you just can't take it personal because she's solitary. She does not like confrontation. In the wild, you'd probably never see one because they do not like to be confronted. Now, if you cornered that bear, you have lost. You are going to be injured, and you will need emergency care after the bear. She is shy, so she's going to try to get away from you. But if you're unwise and corner her, you've asked for it. She's going to come right through you with everything they have. And they can be aggressive, but they look so sweet. They're not, they just look sweet. You cannot walk up and hug this bear. That is a 237-pound bear. She has the strongest jaw power of any bear in the world. So her jaw power is stronger than a polar bear or a grizzly bear. Your jaw muscle ends right here. Her jaw muscle ends right here. So it comes up over the cranial structure and ties right between her ears on the cranial crown, and that gives her the strongest jaw power. She can chunk this bamboo with her jaw. I am not going to argue with you if you can chunk this with your jaw. So she's powerful, and that jaw is very, very strong. You know, 99.9% of their diet is bamboo. She will eat other things. She'll eat bird eggs, grasses, berries, small rodents, if she can catch one. They're not going to chase anything, you know. And they have to save that energy. So yeah, she's 99.9% of their diet is food. So feel comfortable to move around people. Make sure strollers can get around you. No, there are two out. There's one on the other side. You're welcome. So there are two pandas on view. You know, there are only 14 in our country. So there are two here on view. One is not. We have three total. Very territorial. If you put these two bears together, you would have fur flying in every direction, and this is mother and son. So her commitment is 18 months. She no longer has a commitment. She does not give you any wiggle room whatsoever. You know, we give you a lot of wiggle room. You know, you'll come and go. Sometimes they never go. But we have a lifelong commitment to our children. Not 18 years, lifelong. And a panda bear has an 18-month commitment. That's it. Male pandas have no. She has a good benefit package, wonderful health plan, 5-star room service, which you're seeing in action right now. And she can live 30 years or longer. Yeah, she's awake. Yeah, that's called tap-in going. As long as that's wild, we will have a managed care population for future generations. So about 1,800 left in the wild, habitat loss #1 cause. There are 4 at Zoo Atlanta, Georgia. There are 4 in Washington, D.C. There are 2 in Memphis, Tennessee. We've had 6 cubs. Zoo Atlanta, Georgia has had 5. Washington, D.C. has had 3 survive. And there are 2 in Memphis. They have never had a cub. So Liwu is still awake, and Bayuna is now gone to a resting position. She's still not asleep. As long as that back foot moves, she is awake. And Liwu, of course, is not full grown. He will not be full. Yeah, if they know you and trust you, I think the trust factor is the greatest. She's not going to respond really stressed with construction. Because she knows you. She's very Chinese English. Born in China, September 7th, 1991. When she came to us when she was 5 years old, she looked at all of us like we were foreigners. You know, and in 2.5 months she was understanding our language. So she is biaudible. She understands both. Not colorblind. She will give you a urine sample on command for a red apple. If you hold up a green apple, you're not getting the sample. She's very smart. She loves any type of puzzle. Theater puzzles, the cube down there have biscuits and apples in it. She's knocked all of them out. They're puzzles with Calgary, and they just had twins in Toronto 3 months ago. So there are twin pandas in Toronto, Canada now.
Whoa!
There are only 4 small pandas in our country. Liwu is 3. Zoo Atlanta, Georgia has a set of twins. They're 2 years old now. And Washington, D.C. has 2 young bears, a 2-year-old and a 5-month-old. So 14 pandas. So she is asleep in the hammock. Liwu's awake. He is 3. He's on the other side of the rock wall, closest to our research building. He was born here July 29, 2012, and he will move to China to fulfill that loan agreement with the government of China.